Like if he's in his office and he is playing his game and I'm having a spontaneous moment, or I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna really need you to meet me in our bedroom, and he hits me with the okay, babe, I'm gonna be right there. I'll go in
Well,
there. I'll give it about 5 minutes, and then I'll be like, well, sensation has
mhm.
passed.
I know when you walk to my office door and you're like, "When you come to bed," I'm
Uh-huh.
like, "Let me go."
Mhm.
That's you saying, "Come
You
get
better
this.
you better
You
get it while the getting is
you
good.
better come get this."
While these sis is hot.
Not the biscuits, it's hot.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Life After I Do.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I am your host, Anisha G, and I am here with my husband,
The one.
the only. Drum roll, please.
Please stop. Molito.
Woo!
Hey, Booskies.
Hi. How are you?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Are you mid?
I'm probably somewhere
Are
below.
you
I'm probably somewhere below mid.
a little not all the way down, but just
Yeah.
a step above down,
Yeah.
but 2 steps below mid?
Like I'm not depressed, but
But you depression's cousin?
I ain't neutral. You know what I mean? I'm somewhere between there. I'm
Okay.
hovering.
Okay.
And I just feel like it's the lack of sleep I've been getting.
Uh-huh.
Like I feel like I haven't had a good night's rest.
I mean, you've been getting the American standard hours of sleep,
No,
like 5 to 6 hours.
No, I need like a good 9.
If only. That sounds good.
And I would have got it last week
Hmm.
if your daughter wouldn't have woke me up.
You keep blaming your poor sleep on her, and I just can't
Well,
co-sign that.
that's because you're not the one getting kicked in the middle of the night.
I absolutely do get kicked, and I get pushed to the edge of the bed.
Well,
But I think I'm just used to it, so
I'm not. I'll be ready to fight.
I mean, maybe I just get the satisfaction of watching her sleep so peacefully and snore in my ear,
I'll
and
be ready to
then
fight.
put me in a chokehold while I'm on the edge of the bed.
And then have the audacity every morning to ask me, "How'd you sleep?" Terrible. I slept terrible.
Meanwhile, she can't get up because she had such a great night's sleep.
Stretch.
That's what she just gotta stretch. And I'll be like, you gotta stop climbing in our bed at 3 a.m.
When I woke her up today for her to go to practice, she said, "That was a long nap. That was good." I said, "It must be nice."
Okay, so before when we came home, she's like, "Mom, can I have a snack?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can have a snack." And then she was like, "Can I put a leotard on so I can practice?" And I was like, "No, you need to take a nap before practice." And she's like, "I don't need a nap. I don't need a nap." I said, "Okay." So I told her, I said, "Look, I'll make a deal with you. If you lay down for 20 minutes and you don't fall asleep, I won't make you take a nap." I said, "But if you lay down for 20 minutes and you end up falling asleep, I'm going to let you sleep and I'll wake you up before
She
practice."
fell for it.
And she was like, "Okay." She was like, "But I'm not sleepy." I was like, "Okay."
She fell for it.
As soon as her head hit the
She was knocked
pillow,
out. She was tired when she walked
mouth
in.
dropped open, eyes was just fluttering. She was in
drooled all
REM
over.
sleep.
She drew all over the couch. I said, you close your mouth. Slobbering all over my couch.
I was like, I peeked in the living room and I was like, not sleepy, my ass.
not the not sleepy my ass.
Not sleepy. I knew she was sleepy. As soon as we got to the second light after I picked her up from school, she was asleep in the back seat.
I want to say I'm really feeling this whole earth tone neutral look you got going on.
Oh, thank you.
It's
It's
working.
just something I threw together
It's
because
working for me.
I didn't want to look like a complete bum, but
It's working for me.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I think I should let the listeners know.
I have a new concealer on, so I'm wondering if that's
good.
what's doing
I need to let the listeners know that this morning in the gym that ass was assing.
Oh my gosh.
I said, look at that. Look at my baby ass. That ass is assing.
All this morning. We went to the gym this morning and I'm back into wearing my shorts. And I feel like every time we go to the gym, I feel as though my shorts might be getting shorter and shorter. and I'm not opposed to it. So when I went to the
I mean,
gym today,
long as your lips ain't hanging out, I'm okay with it.
when we went to the gym today, I got real short on my shorts, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, your ass is assy."
That ass is awesome.
And I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, watch out.
I gotta
Maybe in
put
a
that on
couple
a
of weeks,
shirt.
I'm gonna wear the little shorts that come right underneath my booty cheeks."
I'm gonna put that on the shirt. Say that ass is awesome.
Okay. And then you gave the lady in Target a show.
Right.
He walks up behind me and he's like smacking me hard on my butt, and she had turned the corner right when he did it. And she's like, "I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything."
She said, y'all go ahead with y'all black love.
Yeah. She was like, "Love on your wife. I didn't see nothing."
I said, wasn't for you to see.
Goodbye.
Stay in your lane.
How was your week, babe?
I just told you. Mid.
Okay, babe.
Below
I
mid.
need a little bit more than that.
It was below mid.
Why? Why do you think that is?
I mean, the highlight of my week is that I got this Sunday off because my team has been stressing me out.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have to deal with that this week because we had a bye.
I don't know what that is. Oh, that just means you guys didn't have to play.
It was a PTO week.
Okay.
So I didn't
paid time off?
I mean, they got paid.
Oh.
I didn't. So I didn't have to deal with that. But other than that,
maybe that's why you're feeling this way, because you didn't get to see your team play.
Nah, they ain't, because they've been pissing me off.
Oh.
So they raised my blood pressure.
I thought I'd try.
I mean, the highlight of my weeks has been
being with me.
Been the gym. Been the gym.
That's not what he says when we're alone together.
No, I mean, I have loved our little mini breakfast dates that we
had a good breakfast date this morning,
and it was cheap.
It was so cheap, but it was good.
I said, look here, all right now,
International House of Pancakes.
I said, all right now,
come through.
I said,
come through.
I said,
has it either? Okay, hold on.
I said, does that check say $30?
Let's put it into perspective. Is it that the food was good, or it's because we have not been to IHOP in ages and it was more affordable than the spot we normally go to?
I think the food was mid.
Uh-huh.
But then the check made it good.
Right. But they have better decaf coffee than our traditional spot that we normally go to.
Yeah, they did. They had better coffee and better sausage.
Nah, that sausage was salty.
Mine wasn't.
Yes, it was. You just liked it. You probably mistaken it for like, I don't know.
How was your week, boo?
My week was...
It don't matter.
Really?
It don't matter.
Really?
It don't matter.
Oh my gosh, you're so mean.
How was your week?
My week was good. It was okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a solid 7.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like I
mean we did have the pleasure to be on another podcast this week.
Yes. Well, I had the pleasure to be on another podcast this week. You're on that podcast every week. So yeah. So I did get a chance to join my husband on his other podcast. In case you guys didn't know, he is 1/4, right? 1/4 of the Heavyweight podcast. Be sure to download and listen on Mondays. Yes, so I did get a chance to join the Heavyweight podcast.
But there's a special episode coming out Thursday of you and
Des the Diva
talking about your journey with
having angel babies,
lady stuff.
Lady stuff. Yeah. So I joined Des the Diva of the Heavyweight podcast for Miscarriage Month. So the month of October is Miscarriage Month, for those of you who did not know. And her and I did a little sit down to talk about our journeys with miscarriage and fertility, and the importance of support for women who experience miscarriages, and our angel babies, and her beautiful nonprofit. So that was really good. I really enjoyed myself. It was a great conversation. So you guys be sure to tune in this Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday.
This Thursday, be sure to tune in.
By the time you guys hit the day, if you guys listen to us on Wednesday, the next day. Thursday.
The next day, yes. And that's going to be on the Heavyweight podcast. So yeah, that was a really beautiful experience. I really felt special that she was, that she shared her story with me, and that I got to talk about something that I don't talk about as much anymore. And I think it also brought up a lot of emotions that I've kind of just
piled on.
No, that I've kind of buried.
Yeah, piled on.
Yeah. I don't want to say piled on, but just kind of like buried.
Under a pile.
I compartmentalize. Silly. I compartmentalize. So yeah, that was a beautiful experience.
That's good.
So I got to do that, and I got to hang out with a friend, reconnect with a friend. That was really good too.
What friend?
My friend Leslie.
Oh, shut up.
Got to hang out with her.
Shout out to my favorite relative.
And what else did I do?
Hold on, you out here having friend dates without me?
I've been going to the gym with you, which has been really exciting. And I'm really excited that I'm working my way back up in weights to where I was last year on my lower half.
Yeah, that upper body kind of weak though.
My upper body is not weak. Never.
Kind of weak.
Never. But I did. So last year I was hitting the gym really hard. I had a personal trainer. And why are you laughing?
We're hitting it really hard.
Oh my gosh. So last year I was hitting the gym and I was working out with a personal trainer. And for those of you who don't know, I enjoy powerlifting. So I didn't necessarily get a trainer to
you won't move a couch.
To like slim down or anything like that. But I got a trainer to help me increase in weight and powerlifting, and also to help with she was helping me with my nutrition and everything, because it goes hand in hand. But anywho, I had got all the way up to a total combined of 16 plates of 45 pounds on the leg press that I was able to do on the leg press.
Per side.
8 plates per side.
Light work.
I was
do that in my sleep.
Light work, but he couldn't do it. And he only did one. Sleep. He did 1 rep on 7 plates on each side, and he struggled. Okay, when I tell you them knees was on their way out, them knees was on their way out. So don't let him gas. Don't let him gas y'all up. You not what you not finna do. How many people
here has had knee surgery?
Maurice, stop it! Don't use that as an excuse. Anyways,
that's bone
back to me, because I thought we were talking about my week.
You about to cut your week short.
But anywho, yeah. So I was doing 8 plates each side, 8 plates of 45 on each side last year, and I was able to do 3 reps of that last year. And so I was really excited, really stoked, and then I fell off. It's hard to admit.
Wagon lost a wheel.
Fell off, and then now we're getting back into it. And obviously, I lost some muscle mass during that time. But I got back up to 10 plates today, and I did 6 reps with 10 45-pound plates. So, I mean, it's not the 16, but it was 10, but I'm working my way up to it. And then I did 2 45 plates on my calf raises.
That could have been, you could have easily did add another 15 pounds on that.
I probably could have, but I didn't want to just overshoot just yet. But now that I know that I'm feeling comfortable and I could do the 10 reps with the, 90 pounds.
You can flip a 200-pound tire.
Yes. And
you can.
And I was flipping a 200-pound tire. So, I mean, I'm not a weak sauce. I'm not as strong as I would like to be right now, but I am not weak sauce. I would like to think that I'm not weak sauce.
Okay.
You think I'm weak sauce?
Sometimes.
Okay. Well, today I was probably a little weak sauce.
Because you did.
After I'm dead. I'm alive. I can run circles around here. I'm dead again. But, for all you women out there, as our bodies prepare for all that it has to take on, it starts to affect our energy.
It's hard for us men, too.
You didn't have a cold.
Huh?
You didn't have a cold.
It was internal.
Whatever. So, yeah. So, I'll keep you guys apprised of when I get back to my 16 plates of 45 plates. But right now, I am proud of myself that I was able to do 6 reps with 10 45-pound plates.
We should have you. We should record you and post a video every week.
Of my progress on the leg press, working my way back up.
Yeah.
Because what is the 16 plates? Is that it's 720 pounds?
I'm not doing the math right now. I'm tired.
I think it's 720 pounds. I want to say 45.
Whatever it is this week, sauce.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, I think that's 720 pounds.
I know if you were squatting down, I'd be impressed.
Or something. Or I might be overshooting.
If you were squatting down, I'd be impressed.
I can get my squat up there. Actually, I think my next goal for squat is... What's my next goal for squat? I don't know. I think the last time...
225s?
No. My last squat, when I was like working on my squats. I think my last squat was like I want to say 160.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. I know it's heavier than what he can do. That's all that really matters. But shots. Where's the little boom, 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 boom? Because I'm throwing shots at him. Thank you. But anyway, enough about our weeks. Let's go ahead and hop into today's topic because I can see that my husband is on one today.
I'm not on one. You and them little ass arms over there complaining.
Oh my goodness. You see how he feel like he has to get me back? His ego be getting real hurt. Like he be getting hurt sometimes. And it's okay. Because I just remembered that you said you were in a mid mind space.
That's cool.
So I got you.
You don't care about me.
I do. Let me see. You got some in your beard right here.
Sorry, leave it there.
Okay.
Whatever it is, it's God meant it to be there.
Okay.
What we got today?
Are you ready? So we have a video.
You
know me. Excuse me. I was surfing the interwebs.
Always.
And I came across this clip.
Read a book.
And I do read a book quite often. Thank you very much. I'm probably the most avid reader in the house, aside from our 7-year-old.
I read a lot of articles about nonsense.
Okay. Anyway, I was surfing the interwebs and I came across this clip, and this clip resonated with me, especially as a married individual.
Oh. And
so I'm going to play it for you.
Are we married?
According to the state of
Nevada,
we are.
So I'm not married in California.
Yeah, you are. You're married in all 50 states. Okay. All right.
Not Puerto Rico.
Okay. Here we go.
For women particularly, it should be considered normal to never feel like sex out of the blue with your long-term partner. So when we ask women, how often do you feel like sex with your partner? They say either never or maybe once or twice a month. This is spontaneous desire. But we're asking the question about only one type of desire. Responsive desire is desire that emerges out of us beginning sexual activity or having what we call sexual stimuli in front of us, a passionate kiss, a flirtation, being naked together, a text that suggests something that we might do later on. The later versions of sex research tell us that actually desire emerges out of being sexual. Okay, so it comes from doing something to trigger it. But if your understanding of desire is that you should wait until you feel like it, there's a large proportion of people in long-term relationships that are just never feeling like it and never doing anything about it. What we need to do instead is be aware that our desire can be triggered and find ways to trigger it.
So
pull the trigger, huh?
When I was
blow the whistle.
Okay. Too much. Way too much. Way too much. So it made me pause and like listen to the clip because cut it out. It made me pause and listen to the clip because we have kind of had this conversation before, like with our other married friends, where, for instance, when we were at the Rod's house, what was it, like 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about like the maintenance, like what we call like maintenance sessions.
Yeah.
And I feel like the maintenance sessions come in like that. And what I mean by maintenance sessions is during when you're engaging in sexual activity with your spouse, where there hasn't been any triggers like she talked about. And essentially when she talks about triggers, it's like, for me, that's another word for like foreplay, right? So when there hasn't been too much foreplay, and I don't mean just like foreplay in the bed when we're already,
you mean like the
you know what I mean? Like the touching, the kissing,
the other non-sexual
stuff.
Intimate times.
Yes. So maintenance sessions are basically like the out of the blue sessions, right? Like I'm not gonna feel just
why is
like
maintenance out of the blue?
Huh? Why is maintenance out of the blue?
Yeah.
Well, it's not really out of the blue.
Oh, you mean the non-spontaneous?
Yeah, okay, it's just kind of like, okay, I know that we're going on 4 or 5 days. You get crabby about day 6, 7. So
I get crabby about day 3.
Even though there's not necessarily any foreplay happening right now, I also understand that. Let me just go ahead and engage with you real quick.
What do you say?
What?
I can starfish. You literally said that last night.
Oh my gosh. I said that to you. Like, that was like the first time I've ever said that to
No,
you,
it was
though.
not.
Yes, it was. That was like the first time. But
No, it was not.
But it's the truth, because it's like I was tired. Like, I wasn't in the mood. Like, there was, I honestly, well, no, you could have foreplayed me. I probably got in the mood. But you didn't. It was just kind of like, you know, like, you want to get this in, and I'm like, look, this is what I got to offer you for somebody who's not in the mood. I can offer you starfish. This is going to be a maintenance session, because this was not like, there's no buildup happening for me. There is just,
I wasn't mad because I do it to you.
Right. So, but when when she said that, I was just like, it's so true, because when we talk about, when people say when you get married, sex decreases, there's a whole, there's a lot
That's
of things.
for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, that's for a lot of reasons. But especially for women, and we've talked about this before, where women don't view sex, or sex is not the same for women as it is for men. And when she was saying that it should be normal for women to not basically spontaneously feel like having sex, I was just like, that kind of goes back to some of the conversations that we've had.
For an hour, huh?
I wasn't looking for an hour. Now, that's not to say that it doesn't happen.
That what don't happen?
That's like spontaneously.
Oh, it happens.
Oh, it happens.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it definitely happens. But I do think that it is more so for men than it is for women, because
I'm ready right now.
Exactly. And what did I tell you?
We
I
can
was in
pause
the mood.
the tape.
What did I tell you I was in the mood for earlier? After I cooked dinner.
Carbs.
After I cooked dinner, I said I could do what?
Go watch a movie.
I said I could make me a bowl of food and go get in the movie. And he was on a completely different time, because he's just like, we could also get it in. And I was like, oh, I'm going to tell you now, this bowl of pasta in the movie sounds better. Like, it's just different. But then I do have times where I'm just like, you look like a steak and I'm ready to eat.
Why really? What am I, some beef sticks?
Sometimes.
Wow.
Sometimes.
I am married. Don't Google me.
You like it.
And get your foot off my foot.
No, I like rubbing my foot on your foot. But anyway, give me your thoughts about the video. What did you think?
I think she was telling the truth. But I feel like I can relate to the times where where you were like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, I kind of want to sleep. And then I hit you with I can lay her.
Whatever you need.
If you rub me first.
Okay.
But so there has been times where like you've like kickstarted it, and then like, okay, like once I get into it, I was like, okay, now I got the energy to reciprocate.
Right.
Now I got okay.
Now I can engage. And
like, especially when I see you putting an effort in, I said, hold up. Let me
see what this is about to do. But I think
I might got a little something reserved.
Bye. You're so silly. But I think it's very true when we talk about women's responses and leading up to sex. And you have made the comment before, which really irritated me.
Okay.
But you made the comment before where you're like, it's too much work to like.
Sometimes it is.
Well, like we have had this discussion before, and I remember one time he made a comment. He was like, "It's too much work to like get you there." Like, like today, I just don't have it in me. Like, can we just get to the point? Can we get to the end point? And although I can understand those moments, it's like, but things aren't like that for me. It's like you have to, in so many words, you have to gas me up.
It don't take me long to get going.
It doesn't take you long to get going. And that's what I'm saying. Like how you just said right now, we could cut the tape and you will be.
Two wiggles and a shake. Because I've been ready. That's because I've been ready all day. That's like when we came home from the gym. I was like, he was like, no.
Absolutely not.
I was like, why not? Before you get in the shower.
I was like, I'm not today.
Why not?
Not today, because I didn't feel like smelling funk.
It would have been yours.
No.
It would have been a shish kebab,
but
or whatever.
What?
Another word.
Oh my God!
It would have been a cesspool.
You are not finding the right word. So please stop. You're not finding the right words.
Sometimes, like, what I've noticed is, like, if I have not laid, like, for you, the foundation needs to be laid all day long.
That's it. For me, it starts in the morning.
I literally have to talk your love language all day. And then it'd be like,
he's not wrong.
And then sometimes I'm like, this shit is exhausting. I ain't got time for this. Like, I got shit to do. I can't love on you all day.
Why? You can. You have.
Yeah.
You do most of the time.
I can't, but sometimes I ain't got it.
Sometimes you just don't have it in you.
Sometimes I need a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
And you do get a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. But on the flip side of that, have you or have you not complained about the wham, bam, thank you, ma'am?
Because you can at least
he's
fake that you into it.
I do.
No, you don't. I could tell. I
don't know what you want from me.
I can tell. You be in there stiff leg.
Don't learn to be a fibber teller, DeMille. Don't learn to be a fibber teller. Okay, I took drama in high school. I'm a great actress.
No emotion.
I'm a great actress.
No volume.
Okay. Back to the subject. Okay,
that's the subject. I'm talking about the subject.
But yeah. So anyway, for
but
me personally, yes.
Sorry, I understand that your brain is different from mine.
Right.
And it's just like,
and my body response is different than yours. Right. And it takes a little bit more. Right. My body response takes a little bit more.
I know right now, if I wanted to get you tomorrow, if I got up at 5 and came downstairs and cleaned half the house and then had food ready for you.
Not just any food, but my favorite food.
The second we drop her off at school, you'd be like, come upstairs.
I'd be like, I got something for you.
But I got to put in 2.5 hours.
Okay, so is it not worth it though?
Sometimes it's not.
I can't stand you.
But literally, like, I understand, like, okay, I'm going to have to set the tone early. So I'm going to have to, like, do the things you like. Late cuddle with you, watch your show, act interested. Oh my God, look what they're doing, babe.
Oh, and you think you do a better acting job than I do? Because I promise you don't.
Sometimes I do.
I promise you don't.
You know, and then, like, you know, I'm at rub your back, rub on your feet, massage you first, you know, and
make me feel like you care.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me,
and then if I get a fresh shave and fresh line, I'm gonna get out the shower at the right time.
That does it for me.
You get the right angle.
That does it for me.
Then I come up next.
I like peek around at the vanity and I see you and I'm like, oh.
And then if I give you the my tricep at the right angle, you be juicy mouthed it.
It gets me every time.
Every time.
It gets me every time.
Every time.
Yeah, but I think for me, and like I've always told you, it is the non-sexual intimate moments or the non-sexual intimate gestures that get me there. So when people talk about like the emotional stimuli, the mental stimuli,
and that's what I have to do to trigger you.
That's kind of, and here's the thing. Sometimes you could be doing that without me even recognizing what's happening, right?
Oh, I understand
so it's
that.
like you're constantly arousing me through the day so that when you get home, we get to the bedroom, it's kind of like subconsciously my mind is already prepped. And then
I know if I prepped you good enough
you know what I just thought about? Maybe that's my spank bank.
I know if I prepped you good enough by what you put on when you get out the shower.
Oh my gosh. That just, I don't know why, but that just made me think about today when I went out shopping. Me and Leslie went out shopping and I found some really cute pieces.
I know. Because I was prepping a little bit.
Goodbye. I was prepping a little bit. Good damn bye.
Prepped a little bit today, you know. But I could tell by what I said, okay, that's what she went to bed. I mean, not tonight. I do good enough tonight.
Wait a minute. That just reminded me of when I watched the.
Because if you step out comfortable.
It's not happening.
Go to bed, sir.
Okay, what is my comfortable?
You're comfortable?
Yeah, like if what do I wear that communicates to you it is not happening tonight?
When you have on your regular shorts, those red and blue ones.
My red and blue
those red shorts.
Oh, my Superwoman shorts, the ones that are like
you got them
9 years old.
There ain't nothing happening tonight. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
You just turn over and go to sleep.
If you got on your older moo-moo.
Which one?
The pink one.
Okay.
That one's like That's like a 60-40.
Yeah.
A 60-40.
Yeah, because that means I have nothing
Yeah.
going on under there.
If you got on your newer moo, I'm at a 90%. I'm at a 90.
And if I have on anything like lacy
it's 100%.
Or something that you bought me,
it's go time.
It's
I know. I look up there and be like, ain't tonight. Might as well go ahead and cut my PlayStation on.
Not the red and blue shorts.
Oh yeah.
That's usually
that or if you come to bed in them goddamn gray thermals. I say it's a wrap.
Oh yeah, nothing's happening if I come to bed in my gray my long pants ones.
Mm-hmm.
The long No, because that means I just want to relax.
And also
for sure.
And also if you come to bed with panties on. Oh, it ain't happening. She got panties on. You think I don't be paying attention?
Cut the tape.
You do? You don't think I don't be paying attention? But I be paying attention. I'm like, oh, it ain't happening.
But you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like.
And then also sometimes I'll be like, oh look, she wants something tonight. So now I'll be like, let me linger, see how aggressive she gonna be.
But you know.
And then you be like, babe, when you coming to bed?
But you also know how my brain works. If you wait too long,
are you going to bed?
I'm telling you, like if he's in his office and he is playing his game and I'm having a spontaneous moment, or I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna really need you to meet me in our bedroom, and he hits me with the, okay, babe, I'm gonna be right there. I'll go in there. I'll give it about 5 minutes, and then I'll be like, well, sensation has passed.
I know when you walk to my office door and you're like, when you come to bed, I'm like, let me go. That's you saying.
You better get it while the getting is good.
You better come get this.
While these biscuits is hot.
Not the biscuits is hot. Not the biscuits is hot.
Why these biscuits is hot? You better come get them because they go cold real fast.
But there's also times where I'm like you're talking about the maintenance time where I'm like, hey babe, let's real quick. You're like, okay. And be real quick.
Maintenance.
Straight to the point.
That's what you call maintenance. Okay? Doesn't mean I love you any less.
We ain't gonna do no kissing, nothing of that.
Doesn't mean I love you any less.
Straight to the main act.
That's it. And then act like nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Literally, we'll act like nothing happened.
And
that's it. It's just like you needed a little pick-me-up, like a little, instead of having coffee.
Yeah, that's it.
You just get a little pick-me-up.
Sometimes it's my judge.
Yeah. And then you'll go back to your office and start playing video games. Yeah. And I'll go back to my desk.
I can pause this tape right now.
We're not going to pause the tape right now, babe. We're not going to pause the tape. I can't with you. But yeah, so what would be like, what would be your advice to non-sexual intimate moments that men can do to pursue their women?
That's easy.
What?
You just have to understand what your woman is into.
Right.
And how she likes to be loved. And if you partake in the things she's into and love her in the way she wanted to be loved, she's going to be wide open.
Yeah.
If you have a caring woman who likes to reciprocate.
If you have a what?
A caring woman who likes to reciprocate.
Okay. And if you don't?
If you don't, then you should be with her.
You can keep trying, but
yeah. Cause I know if I do the things that rub your brain the right way. Because that's what's most important.
Yeah. And not necessarily something that you think will work, but something that you know that I like and that I would be responsive to. Yeah. It's just like in the bedroom. Like you wouldn't do anything that you don't think I would be responsive to.
Okay.
I can't with you.
Yeah, but you have to love the brain when it comes to women.
Yeah.
That's why
it starts here.
That's why I always say like, oh, she was mine after, because that's how it works. Like if you can get into their heads, the water fountain come on.
You and your analogies, I don't know. I'm not sure.
What? What's the problem? I'm just saying. It all starts up top.
Yeah, up in
everything's up top.
In the head. Yes.
The head's up top.
The head's up top.
The C is up top.
Okay, babe.
And if you go inside, the
Okay.
G's up top.
Okay. I'm not doing this.
Everything's up top.
I'm not doing this with him.
If you're too low,
this is what happens when he's too tired.
If you're too low, you're not putting on a good show.
I think we recorded too late because he gets.
If you're too low, you're not putting on a good show.
If we record too late in the day.
If you're too low, you're not putting on a good show.
I think.
If you're too low, you're not putting on a good show.
Okay. So yeah.
Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk.
Okay. We're gonna go straight into our 2 cents.
Yeah.
Because he's not gonna stop, guys. He's not gonna stop. Okay, so you ready for this one?
2 lovers.
All right.
And I love them both the same.
Okay. Are you ready or not? Or no? I couldn't help that one either. Or no? Do you want to make it sexy or no? Okay, come on.
I'm ready. You know what's funny.
All right. This one says, it's another Am I the Asshole?
Okay.
Am I the asshole for letting my chronically late wife miss an event she was looking forward to by not rushing her because I wanted her to face the consequences?
Not at all, sir. This is my type of petty. Let's go.
My wife, who's 32, and I, 31, have been together for 5 years. I'm fed up with my wife's chronic lateness to many things. It's really annoying and gets on my nerves. To her, it seems like no big deal because I always manage to rush her by telling her the time of the event is 45 minutes earlier. She's never noticed earlier because she's too caught up with herself, constantly taking photos. That's the reason she's always late. She has a decent following on Instagram and is looking to grow as a content creator. I find it really silly how she turns everything we do into a photo session. And at this point, I've stopped agreeing to take photos with her altogether.
He's my hero.
We've had several conversations about this. I've told her that it's mentally exhausting for me to always have to stay on top of making sure we both get ready according to plan, but she never really does anything to address it. This time, I wanted her to experience the consequences of her own actions. This month alone, we've been embarrassingly late to 2 events. And this time was the first she realized I hadn't been honest about the timing because I used to give her an ETA 40 minutes earlier. A week ago, I told her that I wouldn't be doing that anymore and that I expected her to act like an adult and to be more responsible. It was her birthday this weekend, and I got her tickets to an event featuring several performers, including her favorite artists in the first act. This time, as I already told her before, I didn't give her the extra 40-minute buffer. I expected her to remember our conversation and store that information in her head to plan accordingly. Instead, she did her whole influencer routine, decorating our room, setting up studio lights, dressing up, and taking photos. The whole time, I knew she was missing out on her favorite artist because she didn't take me seriously. It was so ironic that I didn't even feel like reminding her. I'm done with the mental burden of always rushing and planning. We arrived and she realized what had happened. She got upset and started crying, asking how could I do this to her on her birthday. She said it seemed like I was liking the rise that it got from her and asked why I couldn't set my ego aside for one day. I told her this was on her. I'd already made it clear that I wasn't going to rush her anymore and she should have listened and the first time and expected me to follow through, unlike her. She said the whole point of the event was to see the performers of the artists who she loved that she missed. She was incredibly upset and kept crying on and off during the event. The ride home was awkward. I was in the downstairs restroom when she texted me saying that I wasn't welcomed in our bedroom that night. I ignored her message and went in while she was still changing. She looked like she wanted to kill me, and I simply told her that her saying I'm not welcome was irrelevant because it's my room too. If she's uncomfortable, she could take the couch.
Facts.
She ended up leaving to go to her mom's, and now I'm considering whether I was the asshole.
You wasn't. You was not.
Okay.
You was not. And go ahead, shoot her some bail because it's her birthday.
I'm not gonna shoot her bail. This is what I'm gonna say.
I ain't gonna say that. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say he was not the asshole for. He wasn't the asshole for trying to create a scenario for her to see the consequences of her tardiness, right? I think it was an asshole move to do it on a special event like her birthday.
But it wasn't her first. That wasn't the first time.
What are you talking about? Wasn't the first time?
He said that they had already been late to 2 events prior because he stopped warning her. So,
I know, but it was her birthday.
It don't matter. Look.
Okay, you're right.
It don't matter. Lessons have to be taught. Okay,
but she's not a child either.
But
so don't say it like.
But
lessons have to be taught.
Look here.
But I also understand what he's saying too. He's like, be an adult and utilize time management.
Look here. If it was that important to you, you would have made time for it. Your time.
Yes.
Because obviously, and look here, I understand because in our dynamic, I'm always the one like, hey.
No, you always ask me, hey, babe, how much time?
Right.
But I am always aware of what time.
What I'm saying
and I'm not aggressively late to events.
No, you're not aggressively late, but we're never there when I want to arrive because I am an early person. I get there early.
I never had a problem getting to work on time, so.
That's because that was your time to yourself. You would leave 3 hours early until you got time to yourself.
All I'm saying is if it's an important event, I've never.
But what I'm saying is I like to get there early. You like to push the limit because you feel like, oh, we got plenty of time. And I'm like, I'd rather have the cushion in case something happens on the road. So I can understand where he's coming from. And he's not an asshole because so look, if this is important to you, you're going to make it happen. I did my part by buying you the tickets. Right. It's not my part. It's not my part to constantly remind you what time it is when I'm pretty sure you got your phone in your hand because you
right. You can set a timer, babe. I am going to have to agree. Because you can set a timer. I know, like, for me, if I have somewhere to be, the first thing I start thinking about is, okay, like, for instance, when I travel for a job, the first thing I consider is how far I'm going to be traveling, right? So if it takes me an hour to get there, I need to have at least 2 hours so I can.
You got to have that wiggle room.
You got to have the wiggle room, right?
And you should treat your events the same way.
And you really should because you got the time that you know it's going to take you to set up. Yeah, you know, and you're trying to vlog and document everything. So you know if it takes you 30 minutes to set up, carve out an hour to set up so you're not rushing. If you know it's going to take you an hour and a half to get dressed, carve out 2 hours and 15 minutes or 2.5 hours to get dressed. If you know that the car ride over there is 45 minutes, carve out an hour and 15 minutes. Set a timer. Set a timer. I have been known to set timers because what I do sometimes is I watch TV while I get ready. I watch TV while I get ready, or I have my iPad going while I'm getting ready, or I'm FaceTiming somebody while I'm sitting there trying to do my makeup. And then if I'm talking, then I'm moving slower. So I do have to agree that he is not the asshole. At first, I was just like, yeah, it was an asshole move to make proving your point, with her birthday, especially considering you paid for the tickets. But at the base line of everything, his biggest complaint is that he no longer wants to carry the mental burden of being her stopwatch.
He set his standard. She didn't meet his standard. And then she got mad at him for not assisting her to meet his standard. He's not an asshole. And if she don't care enough for you to do this small thing, which just be on time, which every human being should be, you ain't an asshole. Make her grow up.
Yeah, I might have to agree with that.
She wouldn't. Yeah, she was wrong.
Might have to agree. I mean, but I also, even though she may have been wrong, I can still empathize with not being able to see her artists.
When she come home from her mama house, look at her and say, I'm getting tired of your shit.
Really? Erykah Badu?
Never on time for nothing.
No, let's not do that.
Bum, 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 bum.
Guys, this has been another episode of Life After I Do. If you are not doing so already, you already know the drill. Follow us on all social media platforms. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can also listen to us on all digital streaming platforms at Life After I Do podcast. Don't forget, you can write to us at lifeafteridopodcast@gmail.com. You get a new episode every Wednesday. So until then,
peace, booskies.
Peace, booskies.